Hello, welcome back to another Costa Rica highlight reel. I'm going to pray real quick, and I'd encourage you to pray along with me. Uh, Lord, I thank you so much for sending people and putting them in places everywhere in the world, even in the U.S., to make an impact for you. I praise you and thank you for each and every kid I got the opportunity to bless. And I thank you for how you blessed me through this trip. Amen. So, today is Wednesday, and we started this day just a bit differently. So, before going to the service project, we went on a prayer walk. Um, and so, this is a little picture of from the bus as we're driving away from the prayer walk because we could not have our phones or our jewelry or bags or anything like that with us on the prayer walk. We had to leave all of those on the bus. And the Hope Partners actually walked around us and they told us wear a Hope shirt if you have one because the people know and trust us. And so we're going through this village and it is really close to a railroad. You can actually almost see the railroad in the picture next to that red house if you look in the dirt. I initially thought the railroad was old because it doesn't really look like a train could use on it. It looked like it was missing runs to me. But the train is still active and that's how close it is to their home. And I know a lot of people were looking up at the state of the houses, but I couldn't bring myself to look up because there was so much mud on the ground. And if I wasn't walking in the mud, I was walking in these stones. And they weren't like cobblestones where it's like, oh, you can walk in this easily. This was like, I felt like I was gonna fall and break my ankle. And we get so far down. And one of the Hope Partner ladies tells us that this might make us sad, but sadness is not the opposite of joy. Hopelessness is. They have hope. She actually said, you're bringing them hope, but I'd like to correct that to God is bringing them hope. And I am thankful He's using us and the Hope Partners and other teams to help bring them hope. But ultimately, God is giving them hope, and they do have hope. There were people even in these houses that were outside weeding and making it as pretty as possible. They were happy for what they had and trying to make it the best it could be, even in this state. And seeing the kids run up to the Hope Center, they have hope. At the end of the day, they told everyone to pick 3 words to describe the prayer walk, and mine are in the smaller print: hope, Christ, help. And those were the first 3 that came to my mind. And initially they said, okay, we'd like you to come up with 3 words. And the first word that came to my mind was hope. And then they're like, we're going to give you 5 minutes to think about that. So I spent 5 minutes thinking, why was the first one I thought hope? And I guess because they do have it. God is giving them hope. And it is beautiful, even in a place that I am sad they're living in because it's so hard to think that that ground I couldn't feel safe walking on for even 10 minutes is what they have to walk on every day. These homes that might not even have water and have to have bars over the window, even here, God's hope is shining through. So after that, we did go with the service project. This is right outside their school. It was, it's their winter over there, but the school we had all to ourselves because we happened to hit their winter break. Um, and I borrowed a Hope Partner shirt, so they're like, we're all basically wearing matching shirts. Let's take a picture outside. And that's what we got. And this service project day was really hard for me. I was getting really emotional and feeling like I was doing everything wrong. And I couldn't figure out how I was even doing something wrong because it was just painting the second layer of paint coat. But I don't know. It was not going well. And I'm like, Lord, I can't do this right now. And I got pulled off for lunch duty, so I got to make sandwiches instead of paint. And that was nice because I ended up being with like 3 people instead of the whole group. And it was just like a nice break because I was like, I just can't do this. And God gave me something else to do. And that was just one of the ways I saw God today is he still provided a way for me to serve when I thought I was going to have an emotional breakdown. So, after that, we went with the kids, and my highlight of this day would probably have to be dancing with the little girl in the pink shorts in the background. I have a video of dancing with her, but I had to just pause it and take a screenshot because it wouldn't let me attach a video. I couldn't figure out how to do that on PowerPoint, but this was my highlight. They taught us 2 dances to do with the kids, one in the morning and one in the evening. And before they go in to start the stories, all the kids are outside playing. Um, and one of the songs we learned the dance to is playing, and this little girl is dancing to it. So I start dancing with her. That was probably all of my highlights from today until I sit and think about it. Then I'll find 20 more. But to keep this video short, I'd like to move on to the thought, think, ponder question at the end of the night, which is what are you going to do with what you saw today? And of course, this is coming from the perspective of we were just on a prayer walk and saw what these people are living to. But to make it more accessible to all of you, there is always something in front of us that we can be doing for Christ if we look. There's always some hurt that we can help mend. There's always going to be something for us to see and act because we saw. We live in a broken world. There's no way to avoid it. So if you truly open your eyes, what are you going to do with what you see? And I'm going to challenge you to let God be your eyes and then let him use you as his hands and feet. Hope you see me for the next video.